Hi there, Nick Troiano here. Social Security is known as the third leg on a three-legged stool of a secure retirement. It's also true that Social Security is known as a third rail in American politics because any candidate or politician who talks of its financial problems or potential solutions is often attacked as being anti-senior citizen. And that's exactly what happened earlier this year when I announced my exploratory committee. Based on my past work advocating for Social Security reform, Congressman Tom Marino sent out a frantic letter to his campaign donors saying I was out to impoverish seniors and then asking them to contribute money to his campaign. At the time, I called out Congressman Marino for playing politics as usual, and I said I would release a detailed plan to strengthen Social Security and to make it solvent so that it can not only keep its promises to today's seniors, but exist for future seniors, for generations to come. Well, today I released my plan, and I continue to challenge Congressman Marino to do the same thing. Since its enactment in 1935, Social Security has been a vitally important program, and it's lifted millions of seniors out of poverty. Today, a majority of married couples and 3/4 of individuals who are in retirement receive a majority of their income from Social Security, including my own grandma. As private savings decrease, and so too does participation in private pension plans, Social Security is becoming even more important moving forward. Now the problem, according to the program's trustees, is that Social Security is currently paying out more than it's taking in. And by 2033, less than 20 years from now, its trust fund is going to run empty. If we do nothing between now and then, every current and future beneficiary will experience an immediate and a permanent 23% cut to their benefits. Overall, over the next 75 years, Social Security faces a $10.6 trillion shortfall. Now that is the cold, hard facts straight from the source. Social Security's financial troubles are fueled by the fact that fewer workers are supporting more beneficiaries today than in the past, and that the average American is living longer into retirement. Compared to 1950, for example, the average American is now living 6 years longer past the age of 65. Of course, that's a good thing, but that also puts a greater strain on the program. My plan takes a series of steps to close the Social Security shortfall. First, to capture the same percentage of national income as the program did 30 years ago, it would increase the taxable wage cap from $117,000 today to $217,000 tomorrow. Second, it would gradually and modestly raise the retirement age to account for longer retirements by 2 months each year until the retirement age hits 69 in 2034. And third, in order for the cost of living adjustments to more accurately reflect true inflation, it would make a technical change to use a measure known as changed CPI. And what that basically means is that everyone's Social Security benefits would continue to grow every year, but at a slightly slower pace. These 3 steps alone would close 85% of the funding shortfall over the next 75 years. My plan also accomplishes 2 other goals. On one hand, it would ensure that the most vulnerable among us receive more adequate benefits, for example, by establishing a minimum benefit in Social Security at 125% of the poverty level. On the other hand, to encourage additional savings, my plan would offer voluntary add-on accounts to Social Security so that workers could contribute an extra 2% payroll tax into an individually owned and invested retirement account. Now, of course, different approaches and other ideas have merit, and that's why I support the creation of a Social Security Commission that's bipartisan in nature and whose recommendations could go before the Congress for an up or down vote. That's how we fixed Social Security over 20 years ago, and we can do it again today. But make no mistake, the worst option on the table is to do nothing. And that's exactly what our current congressmen and partisan gridlock offer us. Now, I welcome your questions and thoughts in the comments section below, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.